Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Starflames and we're back with another video. In this video guys, we're going to talk about Seankingston being handed his sentence in a wire fraud scheme between him and his mom. As you guys can recall, I had shared with you guys a few months ago that Seankingston and his mom, Janice, they were accused of swindling businesses out of more than $1 million in a fraud scheme involving jewelry, luxury vehicles, and other goods. And after their arrest, it was said that they were each looking at facing up to 100 years behind bars. Now, after that and the trial, Seankingston's attorney basically appealed to the judge for a lighter sentencing, asking the judge for 2 years. And he basically used Seankingston's charitable history as argument to say that Seankingston has always been a good individual and a law-abiding citizen up until this point. And because he has no prior criminal record and he has always been working with the community, providing meals and different support, he believes that, the court can have some leniency on him. Now, the prosecutor, on the other hand, was arguing that Seankingston should not be enabled in his ways and others should learn from Seankingston's mistakes. So the prosecutors were basically asking the judge to make an example out of Seankingston. So the judge has basically decided to meet both the defense and the prosecutors halfway, and Seankingston was handed a 3.5-year sentence. Now, after this was handed down to him, his attorney, Seankingston attorney, went back asking the judge for this sentence to be served at home. So his attorney is asking for home confinement, and he's saying that it would be good for Seankingston to be sentenced to home confinement because he has to pay back his victims, and if he's sentenced to home confinement, he will have some time to work from home, whether it may be focused in on his music or other career ventures, in order to earn the needed funds to pay back his victims. So Seankingston is gonna head back to court in October. It's gonna be October 16th to be exact, for a hearing about repaying his victims. Now, also there's a clause under his release. So after he serves time, he'll have to meet the condition of his supervised release, which he has to refrain from any unlawful use of a controlled substance. And he's required to submit to DNA testing by his probation officer, who's also allowed to visit Sean at his house or anywhere else at any time. Seankingston also has to work a lawful job for at least 30 hours every week. So they're basically saying, you need some track record. You need to understand what it means to truly work a lawful job for at least 30 hours each week. No, that's basically it. That's all there is to Seankingston's sentencing at this time. His mom has been previously sentenced and she was sentenced to 5 years. So when you look at it all, I think that his mom really got away and he got away as well. I believe that the mom took some of the blame in order for Seankingston to walk away free, but it didn't work out much in their favor. That's what I believe. But anywhere there is typically a guy and a mom involved in a ring like this, oftentimes it's the mom who's the enabler. It's just so unfortunate that his mom did not teach him the better way and he's caught up in this. But I do hope that he learns from his mistake and then moves on to just do better than what he did before. Also, many people might be concerned as to why it is that he didn't receive a heavier sentence, him and his mom. Now, as it relates to white-collar criminality, the sentencing is often lighter, even though they were looking at 100 years before. And normally, the reason why they get a lighter sentencing on white-collar criminality is because there was no physical harm done to an individual. So once the crime doesn't involve any serious harm to an individual, oftentimes they do get off on lighter sentencing, and that is what is happening in this case. If it was a case that, have you heard of an individual, spot on a person, and then just for spotting on a person, they may do 6 or 8 years because that is considered as serious bodily harm, because that a spit can do a lot to an individual. And some people may not even be aware of that. So as it relates to their sentencing, I do believe they're getting off easy. And as such, I think they have an amazing attorney who was able to get them lighter sentencing. And I do hope that they do learn from this and not have a repeat of this nature or any crime, as a matter of fact. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take about Seankingston only receiving 3.5 years after looking at 100 years, possibly, or even it was said initially a minimum of 10 years. Leave your comment below, and while you're at it, do all you need to on this video to support your girl. Peace.